Hi, Fred, is that correct?
Yes.
Hi, well, thank you for coming in today. Go ahead and have a seat. My name is Steve, and I have been asked to help identify some potential side effects that you may be experiencing from some of the medications that you're taking. Does that sound like why you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Fred, as we begin, I have a series of about 12 questions that I would like to ask you. At any point in time, if the question is confusing or you don't understand or you don't feel comfortable performing that function, let me know and we'll just skip to the next one. Would that be all right?
Yes.
All right, thank you. My first question for you is just to check to see, do you have anything in your mouth right now like gum or candy?
No.
Nothing in your mouth. Okay, very good. Do you have any problems with your teeth right now? Any sores, loose teeth, any problems whatsoever?
No.
Okay. And do you have your own teeth or do you wear dentures?
I have my own teeth.
You have your own teeth. So again, no problems with your teeth at all. Have you noticed at any point in time recently any movements in your face, around your mouth, around your hands, or in your feet? Have you noticed any movements at all or disturbances in those areas?
No.
No, nothing at all?
Just my face.
Just, okay, well tell me a little bit. What do you notice in your face?
My mouth.
In your mouth? Does it move sometimes when you don't want it to?
Yes.
Okay. Does it prevent you from being able to do anything?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me an example of something it might prevent you from doing?
Talk.
Difficulty talking? Okay. Very good. And I understand it. Is it something that bothers you or prevents you from wanting to do things?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask you is I would actually like you just to kind of sit like you are right now. Sit up tall with your hands on your knees. And I'm just going to observe while you're doing that. Okay, so you just relax. Okay. Next, if you would, please, can you just take your hands and let them hang down to your side? Just let them hang. And I'm just going to sit and observe as well. So you just sit and relax. Okay, very good. All right, Fred, the next piece of the exam is actually a part where I'm going to examine some areas around your mouth. If you could please open your mouth and try and keep your tongue in your mouth for me. So open wide and keep your tongue in. Stay in that position for me. Okay, very good. You can relax. And this is also a portion of an exam where I have to do it twice. And it's going to ask you to please open your mouth again and try and keep your tongue in your mouth. All right, very good. You can relax. Go ahead and close your mouth and relax. Okay, the next step is if you could please open your mouth and stick your tongue out. So extend your tongue. Open wide and extend your tongue and hold it out. Good. Go ahead and relax. Okay, let's go ahead and repeat this one more time as well. So open wide and extend your tongue for me. Very good. Okay, you can relax. Okay. The next part of the exam is one in which I'm going to ask you to raise your arms. So if you could please lift your arms like I am. Very good. I want you to raise one hand, preferably this hand, to start. Then I'm going to ask you to tap your thumb to your finger repeatedly. So in this hand, can you please tap your thumb and your finger together and keep going all the way through. Show me how quickly and accurately you can do that. Very good. Now you keep doing that while I observe. Very good. You can relax. Put your arms down. Thank you. Now we're going to repeat it on the other side though, so I need you to raise both hands up again, right about here. Raise this hand, bend it. Okay, and that hand, I would also like you to tap your thumb to your fingers again. So keep tapping, there you go. Keep doing that while I observe. Keep tapping. Very good, you can relax. Fred, the next portion of the exam actually requires me to check your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder for any stiffness and rigidity, which requires me to stand up and take your arm through a range of motions. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm going to ask is that if you'll place your arm in my hands, just like this, and just relax. Turn it over, there you go. Now just relax and make it heavy in my hands. Try not to move. I'm just going to take your joints through a range of motion here. Do you notice any stiffness or have any soreness in your wrist, elbow, or shoulder area after I went through the motions?
My elbow.
And your elbow, and what was it? Was it sore or stiff?
It was stiff.
Stiff. Would you say it was mild, moderate, or severely stiff?
Mild.
Mild, okay. Let's go over on the other side, and I'm going to ask you to do the same thing here. Okay, and relax. And just let me take it through a range of motion. Any stiffness or soreness in those joints this time when I moved on this side?
About the same thing as the other side.
Okay, so in the elbow?
Yes.
And some mild stiffness?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, Fred, for the next part of the exam, I actually need you to stand up for me if you would, please. And if you could just stand in a relaxed manner, and I will make some observations, and you can just stand and stare straight ahead and just relax. Okay, great. Now, the next part, I would like you to actually stick your arms straight out in front of you, both of them, and just kind of let your wrists hang and bring them down just a little bit lower, right like that. And you just stand there for a few seconds, and again, while I make some observations. You're doing great. Good job. Okay, you can put your arms down and relax. Okay, the next portion of the exam actually requires us to go out in the hallway, and I need to watch you walk. So we're going to step outside and go through those motions, okay?
Yes.
All right, well, let's go ahead and go. Thank you. Let's head this direction. All right, Fred, for this next part of the exam, I'm going to ask if you would please walk across the room for me. All right, if you could stop, turn around, and come back towards me, please. All right, very good. Now this is another, you can stop and turn around. This is another part of the exam we actually have to do twice. So if you could please walk across the room for me one more time. Okay, stop, turn around, and come back. Okay, you may stop and turn around. All right, thank you. Now we're ready for the next part of the exam. All right, well, Fred, thank you for coming in today. It'll take me just a few minutes to score your exam, but I'll have the results for you in just a few minutes. So if you'd like to stick around, I'll let you know what we found out. But again, thank you very much for coming in today. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
All right.